Yeah, man. No, GS3 guys. Make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for them. For you, where did you get that fight name? Or
So
is that just a play off of GSP?
nah, hell nah. That's actually my name. It's actually my name. So the G for George or Georgios, S for Spanakis, and I'm actually the third in my family. So
Oh
that's where.
wow.
Yeah. So a good friend of mine back in high school, we were trying to figure out my name once I eventually fought, and I had no idea what name, what nickname to find. And so he was like, "Just make it your name, GS3." And I'm like, "Yo, that's perfect." And I'm like, "Dude."
That fit, that fits right in there for it, man, because there's that it's nice, short, and sweet. Well, hey, man, your last fight at CageZilla 83, super impressive. There are quite a few lightweights that really showed out that night,
Oh yeah.
and you were one of them for sure. I mean, the fight was only 20 seconds. It was one of the weirder stoppages I've seen, ever, really. Because I mean, you scrambled his marbles with that left hook, I think, and it was like almost like he wanted to continue fighting, but his body wasn't working with him. You knocked his equilibrium way off. He was up against the cage, kind of like the cage holding him up. You added a couple punches in there for good measure. What was that experience like, getting your first big stoppage there in your career under the bright lights of CageZilla?
Yeah, so first of all, huge respect to my opponent at that time, Harrison. I knew he was a very dangerous guy. He changed from a very dangerous gym where they have a lot of, you know, good athletes and good fighters, professional fighters, top of the level guys. So for me to do that to a guy at that level, I think that speaks volumes. And I knew I was capable of that for a long time, so
Yeah.
I just, at some point, it was bound to happen for me, so. I truly believe that, I'm on my way, if I'm not there already, to being an elite fighter. So it's one of my major life goals to have. So yeah, it was a crazy experience. It was a check left hook, and it was actually 15 seconds that the fight, was technically ended when the ref stepped in.
Yeah.
Um, it was right on the 15-second mark, but the promotion didn't see that, which is cool. I'm not worried about it, but it was 15. So, yeah, he rushed in. He was throwing a few shots. I was trying to feel him out, and he kicked me in my groin right away. I was like, oh gosh, man.
Oh,
And I was originally in southpaw. Then after he kicked me, I switched back into orthodox, and because I wanted to, get him on a guessing game of where I was gonna be. And then he threw a jab at me, and then he calf kicked me, and then after I settled back in on the calf kick, I threw a fake teep, and I seen he was loading up with the right, so I covered up. I deflected the first right. I seen the second right was coming in, and after he threw that second right, I seen him drop levels for the takedown, and he exposed his head to me. And so I took
mm,
it, a lead leg, took the angle as I stepped out, and then I seen that I caught him around his tempo. I felt it, and it was weird because it looked like the fence was electrocuting him almost. But
right.
he was definitely like in a weird unconscious state, and
Yeah.
I just went and I just followed up the shots until the ref split us up. So it was just, everything was just so fast. I didn't think about any of it. It just all happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember a couple people looking at me because I was commentating that fight,
Yeah.
and they were like, "What what was that? What
Yeah.
hit Harrison?"
It was just
And
fast.
and when I looked at it on the replay, I was almost positive it was that check left hook,
Yeah.
and that's sure enough what it was, because it was like light. It was right on the temple, lightning fast, and like I said, that was a good comparison. It looked like the fence was electrocuting him because he was like on the fence, but he couldn't move.
Yeah.
And it was, man, you followed up with some follow up punches, but they weren't necessarily needed, I don't think, right? But in the words of Jorge Masvidal, it's super necessary until the ref pulls you off. But no, I mean, one of the weirder stoppages, but definitely some very slick striking on your end. And man, you made it look easy, and that was one that really opened my eyes, because that was the first first fight of yours that I had commentated before, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a kid to watch right here. That's awesome, man.